See, I'm like your movie innuendo guy, right? At least the pop culture innuendo. And dun, 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 dun. All right, now why am I saying that exactly? There's a new evil in the world, but I'm trying to explain it away like some moron might explain it, right? So let's say there's someone and they're really friendly and they're really nice, right? And then they're just complimenting you. I don't know, maybe they're trying to be friendly. And then, like, you try to help them out because they ask you a question, and maybe they need to know where they're going, right? And so you answer their question, you start to, and they say, because I hear you the best with directions or whatever, right? Now, yeah, okay, great. And then they smirk, man, you're the best, right? And they walk away and you walk away, but you don't realize they're matching it up to that Toll Booth Willie sketch where they heard you the best with directions and they want to drive up your ass and get you and twist the knife. It's the slow one. See, you won't see coming that just for like 10, 15 years. They like ain't you guys. They switched to something. Or just like last week, and they're told to say that because now they take the bribes. There's a lot of like people paying for stuff with their phone right now, right? I mean, even I did it. It's convenient. If you forget your wallet for some reason, you got your phone, it's tied to your Apple Wallet with the debit card or credit cards or whatever. It's very handy. Of course, you can use it for PayPal, can pay for things, or like if it's set to your crypto accounts or this or that. So there's a lot of like people paying for things with their phones. Or even if it's just linked to like, they'll figure out it's fraudulent in 20 minutes or whatever. Like they don't care. They'll like, dunk. So I observed that to someone, like, it's a double-edged sword with them. They just looked at me. They were fellow American, like, behind the counter or whatever. But why are you telling me this? That's great. Get away. But sometimes I talk to that person, sometimes they're amenable to tips or, like, that's weird about certain things, right? So it wasn't totally out of left field that I pointed out. Isn't that it's sort of a double-edged sword? But, they didn't want to talk about that. But then there's the debt, right? So anyway... But I heard you the best with directions. And when you talk about like why the phone is good, what they like about the phone. Why is the phone so good to follow the other one? Well, if you can have like a whole new app, right? Smeagol provided Smeagol an app. So I'm just saying, sometimes when they seem real friendly and they're like, I hear you the best with directions, whatever. Like really, they don't care about anything other than maybe they're taping you with some kind of reek device or just their phone is in their hand because they're checking their email here. But somehow, if you've seen Snowden, that just doesn't matter at all to cool people. Not one bit. I mean, they're with the CIA here, right? I mean, they're not abiding by state or local, let alone federal law. They don't like the Constitution, precious. As I pointed out, it's above all, they killed the Constitution cult. Because, it's a state matter, so they don't like state getting in the way of lawless deeds and what they say goes behavior. But whether you approach it from the piece of paper, is your boss, if we be American and on American soil here, like, sort of at the state level with the Constitution as our boss, if we be American citizens, right? But then also, of course, on the church level, I mean, Yahweh's going out of his way here, Just worth pointing out. Hey, wash my hands of it again. I'm trying to help. Stranger things. I don't know. You're in one. I try to say, like, I don't know, like, there are ghosts, but really that's demons or, like, local spooks, the fallen or whatever. Like, but, then there's these people in marketing would choose your side with the new trilogy of Star Wars movies, like to the toddler, good or evil. Well, why would you want to? Why would you do that? I mean, that's like at the same time you're stealing everything, and like we can't notice, so you're like you can get mad real quick. Maybe you got to go away, maybe in the nuts one here, and just again and again. When that's not quite right, whether I toked a little bit or not, and I did, is irrelevant to what I am saying here. That is true. Full disclosure. I had a bowl. No, really, I'm in for the night. Hi, Mr. Farrell. Did you catch the new Key Fob Man video? That was a good one. It was a top tip with the clothing. All right, everybody have a good night. It's just very funny. Have a good night.